If you're creating YouTube titles without using AI, you're falling behind the thousands of creators that are using AI to make better, more clickable titles that are more descriptive of your videos that'll help you get discovered faster. TubeBuddy has some tools that can help you generate titles that are better than the ones that you currently have, and you can test them versus your current titles to see, using the power of science and math, which one performs better on YouTube. Let me show you how it works. So if you don't already have TubeBuddy tool installed, go ahead and do that. And then select a video that's maybe not performing as well as you'd like. I'm going to select this video right here on my channel. Here, this video isn't doing that well. So I'm gonna click the TubeBuddy title generator tool here. It's gonna pull up this sidebar and it's going to ask you what your video is about. It'll automatically pull in what the title of your video is because this is an existing video. I'm going to click generate ideas and it's going to generate viral YouTube title ideas that may be better than my current title and put them into a list. You can select which title you think may be better and you can click apply if you don't want to test this new title versus your old title. So out of these options, I'm going to choose, I don't know, this first title. Boom. As you can see, it implemented the new title to my video, and then I can click save on the video here in YouTube, and my title is now changed. Now, if you'd like to test the new title versus your old title, you can do that using A/B testing and combine that with this AI technology. See this little side toolbox here that's popping up on the side for TubeBuddy? Click that, and you're going to see the A/B testing plus title generator feature. This combines that feature that we just talked about a moment ago with testing, which is one of the strongest features of TubeBuddy. We're going to click title in this example and click next. I like to select until it reaches statistical significance so that TubeBuddy can determine whether the new title is performing better than the old title for you. And I like to start as soon as possible. You can start on a specific date if you want and set a certain number of days if you want, but I don't recommend it. Click next. Notice how it's choosing options for us that we can test against our current title. So if we have our original title of everything you need to know about iRig Pre, then we can go ahead and test that against this title and then click Start Test. And what it's going to do after we click Start Test is that it's going to, every other day, test the old title versus the new title on YouTube and measure that data and let us know which title is working best. We can see the results in the A/B testing hub of TubeBuddy. Click the TubeBuddy tool here and you can scroll down to the A/B testing right here. Click Create A/B Test Now. When we do, notice how the test is already listed here in our list of in-progress tests. If you click the In Progress tab at the top, it will filter all of your tests that are currently running. If you want to monitor the results of your A/B test with your AI title test, just click that particular test, and once the results start coming in, it'll list the results here. If for some reason you're panicking and you don't like the results of the new title, it's, let's say, underperforming your expectations, you can click Stop Test and you can choose either the original title or you can choose the variation. Use the power of AI to grow your YouTube channel faster. If you're not, you're falling behind. To get views on YouTube, you need amazing thumbnails, as you know, to get clicks on your videos. Instead of guessing which thumbnail is going to be better, why not use AI to analyze your thumbnail options and choose the best option? You can even test one option versus another option and see which one's going to perform better using AI power. TubeBuddy's the tool we're using today. I'm going to choose one of my low-performing videos here, this one right here, everything you need to know about Cloudlifter. Just choose a random video you want to test in your YouTube studio. You can access the AI thumbnail analyzer using the TubeBuddy interface on the side, or you can scroll down to right above your thumbnail in the interface and click Thumbnail Analyzer. When you click this, it'll populate the thumbnail from that video in the interface, and it'll analyze it with an AI heat map. Then you can upload a number of alternate thumbnails that you want it to analyze. I'm gonna just choose one alternate thumbnail. In fact, why not just do two? I'm just choosing two random thumbnails here. The AI is analyzing these thumbnails to determine whether it thinks it would perform better or worse than my current thumbnail. All right, let's assume that it thought it would perform better in this example. Then I'm going to select this one that it thinks it'll perform better, and I'll click Use Selected Thumbnail and hit OK. It will then publish that thumbnail that it thought would perform better to my video, and then it refreshed and saved. Boom. Notice how the new thumbnail is now here. Pretty awesome, right? All right, let's assume that we aren't confident that that thumbnail is necessarily going to work out. So what are we going to do? Click Thumbnail Analyzer again, choose an alternative thumbnail, then we can do an A/B test against our current thumbnail. It thinks that this thumbnail right here would perform much better on this video than our current thumbnail. But let's make sure by actually testing it on YouTube and gathering the data. So what we can do is click Run A/B Test on thumbnails. We'll click Thumbnail, click Next. I like to do until it reaches statistical significance, and I like to start as soon as possible. This is the alternate thumbnail it's going to be testing, and click Start Test. Then the test has started. It'll actually test it on YouTube and actually show you which one is performing better, and you can monitor the progress of it by clicking the TubeBuddy toolbox at the top of the screen, scrolling down to A/B testing, create A/B test now. Once you get here, click the In Progress button, and it'll show you all of your in progress tests. If you want to see how your test is going, it'll be listed right here, and it'll show you the statistics once it has statistics to show you. If you want to stop your test at any time, click Stop Test. You can either choose the original or the variation. This is just an example, but using the power of AI to determine which thumbnail may perform better will take the guesswork out and help you get better performance on your videos in the long run. To get the best keywords for YouTube and Google search, I recommend using TubeBuddy's Keyword Explorer tool. You can launch Keyword Explorer now here or over on the side here. Once you click the tool, I recommend browsing what's trending today if you're looking to make a timely video. In this case, I'll select the XRP trending term, and then I'll type it here at the top. You select whatever the term is you're looking to optimize for. You'll see a number of suggested results below, and if one of those derivative results is good for you, then go for it. Click Explore when you're ready. It'll then populate the overall score for that keyword. I recommend only using the unweighted tab to get the cleanest results possible. A poor score means that the search volume to competition ratio is bad. So in this case, there is a lot of search volume for the term XRP, but there's a ton of competition. That's why the score is poor. So we need to select a keyword based on XRP that has a better ratio of search volume to competition. So over here in the YouTube tab, you'll see a number of related searches. Select one of those and see if you can get a much better score. I'll just choose the top result. As you can see, this keyword has an excellent score because it has high search volume, it has lower competition, and always make sure the number of monthly searches estimate is not listed as insufficient data. You want to see the data. Hundreds of thousands of monthly searches on this. Looks like a good keyword. In order to discover what your title should be, or maybe what your full video should be about this, I recommend going to the Video Topics tab and seeing if you can get inspiration from any of these topics. Also, in your research, click the Results tab here, and you'll see the top videos on YouTube for this particular topic. Here you want to get inspiration on titles, and thumbnails. And you want to make sure that your title and your thumbnail stands out versus the top 10 results. Make yours look significantly different and ensure that your title offers way more value than the other videos here. Go back to the Summary tab, and if you want to optimize for Google search, click the Google tab here, and you can get further inspiration on keywords that you want to use. So for example, 2023, SEC, and lawsuit appear to be top keywords for Google. So when I'm creating the title for this video, I may want to include those keywords as a part of my title and my description and my tags. When it's time for you to put together all this metadata and save it for later, including getting your tags put together, I recommend going to the Action tab down here at the bottom and create a new list. Name the list whatever you want this video to be called, or at least the working name of your video, and click OK. Once you've done that, you'll select common tags that are very relevant to your video. So I'll select a few of those right now. You'll also want to go into the Google tab and select any keywords or searches there that are directly related to your video. And I also recommend going into the YouTube tab and selecting searches or tags that are directly related to your video. Once you've done that, pull Action back up, scroll down the tag list here to go find the tag list that you just created. Here's mine. Once I click that, it's going to save all of this juicy metadata, including the main keyword, all those tags I put together, into that list so that you can use it for later when creating your final video that you're using to optimize for Google and YouTube search. If you'd like better insights at a glance on why people are clicking your videos on YouTube or not, then go ahead and use the TubeBuddy Click Magnet tool. Click the TubeBuddy tool up in the top right-hand corner. You'll see Click Magnet here and also Launch Click Magnet Now. Click that. Once you get here, there's 4 different tools. We'll start with Power Rankings, which helps you understand what people want to watch of your videos and what they're craving of your current subscriber base or current viewership. When you go to Power Rankings, this is a great way for you to understand maybe which video types you should double down on and maybe which ones you should kill with fire. So for example, on this old channel of mine, AWOL Digital, my how-to videos, like my how to set up X, how to set up Y videos do extremely well. And as you can see, their metrics of click-through rate, watch time, and clicks are very high. So the strength is high. So I should probably, if I want to grow this YouTube channel, double down on how-to videos in this case. However, if you want to see which videos are not working, scroll down to the bottom of the list and see what your low performing videos are. In this case, this product Melon didn't do well for me, and some various other videos. The Everything You Need to Know About series didn't do very well for me, and I can see the corresponding click-through rate, watch time, and clicks associated with that. So it's really important when you're trying to grow a YouTube channel, not only do you produce great videos that perform really well, but also you eliminate videos that are performing poorly. Use that time and double down on the winners, the ones here at the top of the list, and kill the losers at the bottom of the list with fire. If you do that, you can grow quickly on YouTube. At a glance, so helpful. Also, there is CTR Opportunities tool with Click Magnet. So basically, you're trying to improve certain videos using their optimization tools here in TubeBuddy. So when we click that, they're going to show you opportunities to improve your existing video click-through rates. Click-through rate is one of the top 2 most important metrics to get views on YouTube, and thumbnails are really important, and obviously titles are incredibly important as well. So for example, my average click-through rate on my channel is 3.8%. This video in particular has a 2.72% click-through rate, which means I could create an A/B test to test a new thumbnail and a new title versus this one to optimize it. And when it has the performance here in green, what they're saying is that these are videos that people actually watch for a decent amount of time once they click, but my click-through rate is low. Got it? So what this tool is telling you, the CTR opportunities tool is telling you is, these are pretty good videos. And when people actually discover these videos, they watch them for a decent amount of time, but they're not clicking them. That's your opportunity to double down. In my experience, I have only focused on ones that are rated high or very high for click-through rate opportunities, and I almost always run an A/B test using TubeBuddy to test alternate titles and, most importantly, alternate thumbnails. Thumbnails are even more important than titles for especially educational videos. But in any case, you can experiment with both fields. Also, within the Click Magnet tool, there is the Element Inspector. I think, in my opinion, this is the coolest aspect of Click Magnet. Click Element Inspector, and this actually shows you on your channel which aspects of a YouTube thumbnail are getting clicks or not. It's so awesome. So for example, on my channel, I don't have videos that don't have faces, really, so it's not really showing up here. But some people have videos that don't have faces in the thumbnails. In my case, my click-through rate with faces is higher than my ones with no faces. You can look at your channel and see. But check this out, with emotions, let's say you put your face or someone else's face in the thumbnails, it'll identify whether those are happy faces, sad faces, surprised, calm, confused, etc. Notice how on my channel, my videos where I have a confused face and I'm like, and I'm pointing to my head, as you can see in those thumbnails, gets a significantly higher click-through rate than the ones where I'm not pointing to my head or I'm not looking confused. So moving forward, I should probably take more photos of myself looking confused. It's just math. Sizes as well. So you can put someone's face in a thumbnail in a long shot, medium shot, close-up, or mixed size. And then you can see on your channel which size of face, if you will, in the thumbnail performs the best. And for me, close-ups do the best. So close-ups of me looking confused does well on my channel. Take a look at what does well on your channel. There's constant debate about whether you should put text or no text on your thumbnails, on your videos. On my channel, thumbnails that do have some text of some description do well. Be sure to go and look at all of the examples though and make sure that all of them are applicable, because in some examples there might be tiny text, not big text, that is being detected by TubeBuddy. But as you can see, the thumbnails that are more clean and don't have any text or complications with text in the thumbnail do not perform as well. So the insights I'm getting so far is I need to have a face, I need to look confused, it needs to be a close-up, and there should be some text in the thumbnail. And lastly, words and titles. You will see which types of words in your titles of your videos do well, so you can optimize. In my case, if I have the word sure, which is a brand name, in the titles of my videos, I get a much higher click-through rate than other words. Take a look through here. This can help you with topics, and this can help you eliminate the stinkers so that you can double down on the winners. So for example, I might not want to do videos about cross-clip or melon, for example, as topics, because when I have those words in the title of my videos, they don't do as well. Lastly, there's advanced analytics. You can view and export a number of metrics with YouTube here with using this tool. Is this the same data as your YouTube dashboard? Yes, but the reason why I like this tool is it simplifies to what actually matters on YouTube versus all of the other metrics that YouTube will feed you. What actually matters? Your average view duration, your watch time, and your click-through rate. Honestly, that's it. And you want to see, is that generating impressions for your video, and is that generating views? You can sort by power rank here. The highest ranked, number 1, will be the ones with great watch time and great click-through rate, as you can see from this example here. And the worst ones at the bottom of the power ranking will have the worst click-through rates and the worst watch times. So once again, what does this mean for you? This means that you should be doubling down on the winners, the best practices of your top 10 videos, and you should be eliminating what you're doing in your bottom 10 videos from your channel. Do this every single month using TubeBuddy. Last note on this tool, you can not only take a look at all traffic sources, which I recommend, but you can narrow it down based on search only. Let's say you're running an SEO strategy with your videos. You can sort by search, which is incredibly helpful. And if you want to eliminate videos that have a low number of impressions, you can eliminate those off the list by bringing the minimum number of impressions up so that you get the outliers out of your view. Also, if you want to only see the time frame of the videos within, like, let's say it's first 24 hours, 48 hours, 7 days, or 30 days, you can sort that here to see what performs early in the life cycle of a video. I want you to keep in mind, if you're doing searchable videos or ones that have a longer shelf life, it doesn't matter how they perform in the first 30 days. It matters how they perform in the long run. Whereas if you're doing more viral videos that are more targeted towards your subscribers, that are more timely, then you want to be looking at shorter time frames like 24 hours and 48 hours. So it all depends on your content type. Take the time to look through Click Magnet tool. It distills all of the analytics that you would ever need to know from all sorts of experts and from YouTube dashboard into just some simple interfaces to give you quick insights for you to review on a monthly basis. If you'd like to understand which of your existing YouTube videos you could turn into a YouTube short to get more traction and to share something really interesting with the internet, there's a tool TubeBuddy has created that does this for you instantly. Click the TubeBuddy tool up here in the top, and then go to Suggested Shorts on the side. Suggested Shorts is also here in the center under Tools. When you go to Suggested Shorts, what it will do is scan everything on your channel and try to understand points in your existing videos where there was a spike in retention versus the rest of the video. And what that's telling TubeBuddy is that, and what that's telling you, is that this part of this particular video was extremely interesting in comparison to the rest of the video. And so what you're going to do once it aggregates your results like it's done here, is you're gonna scroll up and down the list and you're gonna review its suggestions. So for example, in this top result here, it thinks that at 10 minutes and 24 to 10 minutes and 39, this part of this video had a 76% in retention increase versus the rest of the video. Why? Let's click and find out. So when you click and play your video, it'll play that section for you and you'll see why that part of your video was more interesting than the rest. Got it? So now you don't have to guess or go look through all the analytics manually on all of your videos to see where there's a spike in retention. TubeBuddy has aggregated that data for you. Let's say this part from 1024 to 1039 would make for a good clip on its own. It could stand alone as its own video. Then what you can do is literally just clip at that timestamp, clip at the next timestamp, and then release that as a short. And then boom, you can test and see whether that piece of content will perform well for you or not. I do recommend if you start a shorts strategy, start on a new YouTube channel while you're figuring out YouTube shorts, and don't just dump them on your main channel because your existing audience may or may not like them, and this is a new skill set or a new video type you need to figure out as you're trying to see how shorts are going to work on your channel. Don't just go for the top results either. Go down to anything with above a 40% retention increase, I would say is an opportunity for you to make an interesting clip on your channel and to convert that into a short. If you'd like an all-in-one process to take care of all of your metadata for an existing video or an upcoming video, click the TubeBuddy tool and then go to SEO Studio here. Once you do, you'll type in your target keyword in the target keyword box. So today I'm going to select a trending keyword, type in whatever you'd like yours to be, then click Start. Once you do, you'll see a number of prompts on the screen on how you can improve your score. As you can see, I don't have my target keyword naturally in my title, I need to fill that box in to bump up my score. So I'll create a realistic title for this video. You type in yours. Then, in the description below, you'll want to include your keyword in the first 200 characters of the description. Write a natural-sounding sentence here that's about 2 lines long that describes the value of your video to a viewer at a glance. Once you have the high TubeBuddy SEO score and you've completed all of your improvement suggestions here on the side, click Next. Here, in step 2, you'll be selecting tags for your video. Please understand that tags are not that relevant in terms of getting good search results on YouTube and Google. It's a very, very secondary thing. So I recommend clicking Sort by Relevance and then click Add to Tag Limit. Once you do, make sure that you have all of your score improvement options selected here. Notice how I don't have my exact keyword as my first tag. So we'll type that in. Then, to move a tag around, click the dots on the side, and then you can change the order of the tags. As you can see, it suggests having your exact tag as your first tag because that's the tag that is the highest weight out of all of them. Once you've completed tags and you have that 100% SEO score, click Next to go to thumbnails. It will show your video title and your description versus all the competing videos for your particular keyword out on YouTube. This is incredibly useful for you to maybe optimize your title a little bit better, and of course to select a thumbnail that's going to stand out versus the competition. I just have a generic thumbnail I'm going to select here, and then you'll see the way your thumbnail looks versus competitors. Remember, standing out is important, and showing more value to the viewers if they click your video is important. Ensure that it's relevant to the title, as relevant as possible. No clickbait. Clickbait does not work anymore. Once you've completed this step and you have a 100% SEO score, click Next. Now, in this example, I've created SEO for a video that has yet to be uploaded. However, if you were doing this process on a video that you've already uploaded, you could then click to implement this SEO into an existing video. However, I'm just saving this metadata for later in my case, so I'll click Save Draft. Here, within the SEO Studio, you'll see all of your drafts listed here. And then if you've applied any of your drafts to videos, you can click the Applied tab over here, and it will show you all the examples of applied SEO Studio results that you've put together into your existing videos. Once you get someone to click on your video on YouTube, the best way to increase performance is to get them to stay and to actually watch your video. But they might not be interested in everything in the video, maybe only certain parts. That's why YouTube chapters are so incredibly helpful, but they're so tedious to edit and to add to your video. Until now, TubeBuddy now has a chapter editing tool that saves 80% of the time on adding chapters to your videos. It's great. So install TubeBuddy if you haven't already, and then I'm just going to click one of my videos here in YouTube Studio to demo this for you. As you can see, I've got these timestamps, these YouTube chapters that my editor manually added to my video description in a tedious way. You don't have to do that anymore. You can now use the Add Chapters function of TubeBuddy to edit your chapters and to add chapters in an intuitive way now. It's so easy. So as you can see, you can click anywhere in the video timeline and click the plus button and literally add any chapter you want and name your chapter. Pretty cool, right? And then once you do, it adds it over here in your list of chapters. You can adjust the timing of any of your chapters along the way by manually changing the numbers here. And you can also change the titles of your chapters. As you can see, these titles have superfluous information like video 1, 2, 3 in them. People don't care which video that came from, they just want to know the name of the chapter. So I'm going to remove this information, just to demo how you can quickly edit your chapters and tighten them up at a glance. You can also hit the minus button on chapters if you want to get rid of them. So chapter 5, this one I added here, I could hit the minus button to remove it, or I can hit the garbage can right here and it will get rid of your chapter. You can copy these to your clipboard if you like, but in my opinion, it's much easier to add them directly to your video using the Add to Video function. Once I hit that, it'll give you this pop-up, you hit OK, and it, as you can see, could tell where my chapters were before, edited my chapters, and added them here, and then all I have to do is click Save. Now my chapters are edited, they're nice and tight, they're adjusted, and I can move on with my life without tediously typing every little thing in my video description. I hope this saved you time and increases the retention on your YouTube videos. Instead of spending hours trying to find metadata in your videos and trying to swap it out with the new metadata, a new website, new keywords, new legals, new whatever it is that you want to swap out in your videos, there's now a bulk processing tool that TubeBuddy has available that can make a multiple hours task on YouTube that's super tedious happen in less than a minute. Check it out. If you've already installed the TubeBuddy tool, go ahead and find it here within the content page in YouTube Studio. Do the drop-down menu and go under bulk video processing and click Find and Replace Text. The most common example here is going to be swapping out links or putting in a new link to a new campaign, a new website, new socials, etc. So for example, I recently changed my Twitter handle from this, that will be my find text, to a new Twitter handle that I'll type in here. So now TubeBuddy will go find that old text that may exist in my titles, in my descriptions on my channel, and show me which videos contain that text and give me the option to swap it out. You can also include partial word matches, and you can make it case sensitive if you'd like. I do not recommend making it case sensitive. It may end up finding things or omitting things that you do not want. Click Continue. Here you can either search all of your videos. You can check this box if you want to only load your 50 most recent, if you have thousands of videos, for example. You can click here if you want to specifically copy-paste video IDs you want to look at. You can look at all of your videos within specific playlists only. And the final option is searching a list of videos with a specific search phrase, and you can type in that phrase. Personally, I search all videos 99% of the time, so that's the option we're going to choose today. Click Continue. Once you do, TubeBuddy will scan all of your videos or your playlist or whatever option you chose, and then give you the results that have a match. As you can see, only one of my videos has that old link in it. It needs to be swapped with the new link, but it could have been all of them. Or it could have been some of them. So what I do is I usually select all by clicking this button. It'll select all the videos that have the old thing and that need the new thing in it. Then click Continue. It will give you a warning that you're going to swap one piece of metadata, this old one, with this new piece of metadata, this new one, in the number of videos it's about to swap. Once you click Yes, do it, and click Start, the processing will begin, and it'll queue up all your videos and move them over in queue and knock each of them out. Once the processing's complete, you can click Done. And now a task that may have taken hours to tediously search all of your videos is done in an instant. If you'd like to know by the numbers the best time to publish YouTube videos on a weekly or daily basis, as well as live stream, TubeBuddy has a tool. Click the TubeBuddy tool in the top right hand corner. That'll answer that question for you. Go to Best Time to Publish, and it'll bring you here to your channel analytics section under Audience within your dashboard. Now, YouTube does provide you when your viewers are on YouTube, and that's helpful, but it doesn't give you a very specific time that you should publish, whereas TubeBuddy does. So if we scroll down, TubeBuddy's recommendation on upload time will give you a weekly recommendation. And if you were to upload once per week, and it's pulling from your previous data, by the way, on your channel, if you were to upload once per week, this would be your optimal day and time of the week to upload. So if you're scheduling uploads, start by using this recommendation and then experiment from there. If you're doing more than one upload per week, then take a look at the daily suggestions. And within the daily suggestions, it gives you an optimal time of day in your time zone to upload your videos each and every day of the week. Pretty cool stuff, right? Then you can click the live stream time and notice how the times differ a little bit versus the upload times. So why do those times differ? Well, if you look at how this is all calculated, notice below there is an upload time versus live stream time explanation. And basically what TubeBuddy's saying here is for upload time recommendations, they're looking at 6-hour blocks of time, whereas with live stream time, they're looking at 2-hour blocks of time, because they know that the bulk of your subscribers are going to view your video during the first hour and then a decaying amount over the next 5 hours. Whereas with live streams, they're going to assume that most people will stream for about an hour or so. And so the idea is that you want to stream right when your audience is most active. So keep that in mind and understand that these are just recommendations. I view these TubeBuddy recommendations on when to publish, upload time, and live stream time as a fantastic starting place for your upload schedule. And please note that these times only have, let's say, short-term performance gains. In the long term, as it says right here, the performance of your video isn't that impacted by when you first uploaded it. That's the case for most videos on my channel. 90% plus of their performance comes after the first day. If you'd like to increase the performance of your videos on YouTube with better thumbnails, titles, descriptions, tags, these sorts of things, there's the best tool ever by TubeBuddy that lets you literally test your original metadata versus variation metadata to see which one performs better on YouTube in real time. To use the tool, click the TubeBuddy tool at the top navigation, scroll down to Video A/B Test, and click Create A/B Test Now. Once you arrive, you'll see all the video tests that are either in progress, completed, or all of them. Let me show you this completed one just to show you how these look when they're done. So this completed one, I was testing this original thumbnail here versus this variation thumbnail to see which one would get more clicks. As you can see, the variation had a significantly increased click-through rate, impressions, watch time, views, view duration, and estimated total views. And so as a result, TubeBuddy selected the variation version of my thumbnail versus the original because it was statistically significant that it outperformed the original. Cool? And it took it 20 cycles of swapping back and forth between the original and the variation on YouTube, testing in real time to figure that out. Pretty cool, the power of science and math. So let's set up our own A/B test right now. To create your own A/B test, click the Create A/B Test button here. Once you do, you'll need to select a recent video to test against. I'm going to choose my most recent video randomly. You can choose either a click-through rate test for thumbnail or a metadata test. First, I'll show you the thumbnail click-through rate test, which is generally the most impactful test that you can make. Click Select on that test. You can either set a test for a number of days and type in whatever field you'd like here, but I personally use and recommend running a click-through rate test until it's statistically significant. If you select this option, you basically set it and forget it, and TubeBuddy will choose the better thumbnail for you once it's positive the thumbnail, either your original or the variation, is better. I love this option because you can set this up one time and then never have to worry about it ever again. Run it ASAP is my recommendation, but you can choose the time frame of your choosing whenever you want the metadata to change over and to run the test. Click Continue. Your original thumbnail is here, and then you'll need to choose a variation, so you'll need to have a new thumbnail ready to run the test. I'm going to choose this random yet somewhat similar thumbnail and upload it. So it's going to, on day 1, run the original thumbnail on YouTube, measure the results. On day 2, do the test thumbnail, and flip back and forth and back and forth and back and forth on YouTube between these thumbnails to determine which one's best. Then you click Start Test, and there it is. The thumbnail A/B test is now underway, and you'll be able to view your results later. You can also click the Stop Test button and choose the original or variation at any point if you are worried about what's happening to the performance of your video. Great. We're going to go back to Manage, and then let's go ahead and do a metadata A/B test and check that one out. Click Create A/B Test again. I'm going to choose a different video. I'm just going to randomly choose this one. Then to do metadata test, select metadata test. Once again, I do not recommend setting a number of days. I do recommend doing the statistically significant option. Click select here. Then I like to run mine ASAP. Don't you want to know the results? So if you're not doing a thumbnail, which we're not doing a thumbnail in this test, and I only recommend testing one type of metadata change at a time, not a bunch. So we're going to skip over thumbnail here on this metadata test and click continue. You can choose different tags if you would like. So if you want to change your tags and see if that makes an impact, you can. Generally, changing your tags does not make that much of an impact. I don't recommend spending your time on this. But if you want, you can choose variation test tags. I am not going to do that here. I think that's a waste of your time. Creating a variation title, however, can make a huge impact on the performance of your video if your original title is not performing well. So my original title is How to Properly Set Up Your Cloud Lifter for Better Audio. So in this case, I'm just going to shift the metadata of my title around, put my primary keyword toward the front. This is just an example. The cloud lifter, how to properly set up, and then we'll do for better audio. So I'm basically taking the original title, just reconfiguring it a bit and seeing if that performs better. I'm looking for YouTube search. You can choose the variation title of your choice. This is just an example. Once the title test is ready, click continue. You can also adjust your description. Once again, I do not recommend testing multiple metadata at the same time. So choose either title, description, or tags to test. I'm going to skip over description. Changing your description generally isn't going to have that much of an impact on the video. Titles and thumbnails do primarily. So I'm going to skip over testing the description here, but if you wanted to test it, you could change your description metadata and see if that increases the performance of your video. It probably won't. I'm going to click Start Test, and then yes, Start Test. And there it is. It's creating that metadata test. And just as before, you can stop the test at any time and it will show you the results. You can always click Manage, come back, and see all of your metadata tests that are currently running here in the main dashboard by clicking the In Progress button at the top. And if you want to see all of your completed metadata tests to review what worked in the past or not, click the Completed button and it will filter those. Enjoy the A/B testing tool. I love it. I use it for my clients. Enjoy.